Have you ever had a dream? Something so clear that in that moment you knew what you had to do. That you couldn't just sit by, you had to try something. That's what happened to me on July 1st. I woke up with a dream of a board game, incorporating a lot of the elements I like in board games as far as map exploration and control, resource management, character building, and ultimately battle, rolling the dice and seeing if you win. And it was so crystal clear what this game could look like in my mind that I just had to do something about it. So I went in my workshop and I pulled out some foam core and I cut some hex tile sheet pieces, because who doesn't like a good hex tile? Took post-it notes and Sharpie markers and index cards and stole pieces from other games, and I built this game over a couple of hours, and I asked my wife to come sit down with me and play this game. I want to try this out. She sat down, and time goes by, and we finish up the game, and I look at her and I'm like, so what do you think? She looks me straight in my eyes and says, that wasn't fun. But she said, if we change some things, it could be fun. And immediately I said, well, what if we tried this? And what if we tried that? And we played it again, and it was fun. We changed the elements and turned it into just a really fun game to play. And I couldn't get this game out of my head. And so I started talking with some friends, and one friend in particular who has a lot of experience in board games and in the industry said, Greg, you've got something here. You should really go for this. And so then I did something else crazy, maybe dumb. I challenged myself to create, design, develop this board game in 90 days and then launch it on Kickstarter. Why 90 days? One, this game was clear in my mind what it was going to be from the very beginning. There wasn't much that needed to really be designed out beyond this. It was more development that needed to happen and some play testing to make it exactly. I knew exactly what I wanted this to be. But two, I've been in business consulting and sales for over 15 years now. And various projects that I've been a part of have taught me one thing. 90 days is almost the perfect window to complete something, to do a project, to feel like you've accomplished something. But it's not enough time to procrastinate. You have to get things done if you set a time limit of 90 days. And that's why I went for that 90-day window. And we made it. This is Big Bad Evil Guy. Big Bad Evil Guy is a simple game at the surface. The whole goal of the game is to beat the Big Bad Evil Guy. It's a cooperative 1 to 4 player game that's on that beer and pretzel kind of just a fun level. You start off the game on a map as just a traveler. You're not the hero of the story yet, but you build your character over time. And you get more resources, and you use those resources to level up your character, to get better weapons, to make those weapons better. You battle different foes to get experience. And then as you do that, you work through a quest, uncovering different objectives, ultimately figuring out who the Big Bad Evil Guy is, and entering into battle with them and defeating them. But there's a time limit. You have a deck of job cards, and at the beginning of each of your turns, you turn over one of those job cards, and it could give you a job to go make some money in town, or it could uncover a foe that the Big Bad Evil Guy is tossing at you, or it could give you a blessing that can heal you from your pain. Or when those job cards run out, if you haven't defeated the Big Bad Evil Guy, you lose. If you die, you lose. But ultimately, if you can beat the Big Bad Evil Guy, you can become the hero of the story. So who would enjoy this game? Well, at its heart, Big Bad Evil Guy is a dungeon crawler. It's that whole aspect of working through a map, uncovering, building up your character, doing those different types of things, and then defeating a foe. But it's more of a gateway. It's in what's called a beer and pretzel type of game. There's enough randomness to this that you can still have strategy, but it's going to be more fun in the moment. It's a shorter play. While you might really enjoy longer play dungeon crawlers, some of the classics that are out there, this one's going to be something that's going to be fun that you can pull out with friends or family, or something that maybe you want to play on a lunch break, or you just want to unwind for the weekend or unwind in the evening and play something. This is the game for you in that way. So how can you help? Big Bad Evil Guy is almost 100% ready to go into production. We have manufacturers lined up. We have fulfillment companies ready to deliver once that's done as well. But what I need is help getting this to manufacturing. The minimum cost for any board game includes tooling costs that can cost up to $10,000. And then on top of that, there's a minimum order in most cases of 2,000 units. What you would do by funding and backing this project is help me be able to meet that minimum order. And in exchange, get a game. So would you help us as we move forward to make my dream a reality of seeing Big Bad Evil Guy on tables all around the world?